just a quick overview of where we're at. We've got today to work through the practice exam. Hopefully you've already started. I'll show you those things, but the exam we'll have on Thursday will be from 7-1 up to 8-2. Not as much in the last two sections. The best way to prepare is to, and remember you can get homework done, so hopefully you've gotten fairly far on there, but at this point I would highly suggest moving over to the exam review with solutions. And so there is a document here with the review questions. There's a answer key in here, and many of the answers actually provide written, well, I'll pull it up, or sometimes there's just an answer, but let's see. Sometimes there's a little bit of an explanation. Not always, but 33 questions. So those are there. And then I've done solutions, and you can kind of see the little graphing calculator. So I'll show, when the graphing calculator is involved, I'll show you how to use it. Remember, this will be a multiple choice exam. So if you'll have all the answers. If it's asking for a formula that matches a graph, you can graph each of the formulas and figure out which graph matches visually. So there's a lot of ways that you can go about this that you really couldn't do with the homework, right? Because it didn't give you the answer. You had to kind of figure out the answer and such. With the exam that we're having, you will have all the answers there. Only one of them be right, then 4 of them are wrong answers, right? So anyway, I highly recommend going through. I've done them pretty much, 2 and 3 I guess I combined because they were related, but pretty much each question, if you get to one and you struggle, you could take a look at the videos. You could click here, you can make it full screen, you can come down to this little icon, the settings, you can speed it up if it's going a little slow. You can slow it down if you need to. You can back it up, go forward. So, and you could even, it's a 12-minute video, but you can even jump ahead, and I don't know why it's not playing, but let's see, we go here. And so maybe see the solution at some future point, whatever you need to do. So it's not that you have to watch the whole 12 minutes, but it's there if you need it, okay? Some of them are shorter, but they're somewhere in that neighborhood of maybe 3 to 12, 13 minutes each. There's 33 of them, so all the questions are addressed in here. And what I could do today is, if you've gone through, if you have problems with one of the questions, certainly we could talk through it. But I always, again, highly recommend you take a look at the video, because I've got all those resources there. If you've done that and it still doesn't make sense, let me know. We'll talk through it. Any questions? Okay, very good. So then when we come in on Thursday, I'll be here early again, so we can get started, get the test. We have the class period for the exam. And then just remember, some have been asking about, maybe you didn't do so well on the first exam or the second. And there's still one more, third exam. We've got the final exam, which is comprehensive. And once we do this, we've only got, do we have 1 week or 2 weeks after this? I think we only have 1 week before finals, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Not much to take a look at. The last couple sections, which we will take a look at, not all of them will be on the final exam, and I'll let you know that next week when we get in there. So if you just get through test 3, that's going to be the majority of the exam. There might be one section, but I know there's 2 sections that we do at the end. They don't even put them on the final. Okay, so I'll get that verified for you once I see the final for this semester. But remember, you can study for the the past stuff, test 1, 2, and 3, whichever you didn't do well on, if you do well on that section of the final, because the final, we break it down when we grade it into questions from test 1, questions from test 2, questions from test 3. So if you do better on, say, questions from test 2, if that percentage is higher than what you did on test 2, we will replace your test 2 score with a higher percentage. And it won't be 20 questions, because I think there's maybe 30 questions on the final. I'll verify that. It is a little bit longer, but it's not 60 questions, no way. Okay, so it's not all of those tests, but it'll be about 30 questions. So about 10 questions from each of the other tests. So you still have that option to move forward. The homework's all available. I've taken off due dates from the previous stuff. When we get to the test date, I'll take off the due dates from this one, so you won't even need late passes anymore. If you have any trouble, contact me. Okay, I'll get back with you and we'll work it out. We'll see it. Sometimes I forget to remove something, so I go in there, I look, and oh, I forgot to change this setting. So I could do that. Or we'll work on your end. Okay, so still possibility. I'm going to update. I was working on it yesterday afternoon and got another project going, but I'll get the Canvas gradebook updated. But whatever you have in the iMath, the rational reasoning, whatever, it's got so many different names in the homework system, that will make it over to Canvas. So don't worry about that. And when I do the update, I update from beginning to end. So if you've gone back and worked on some older ones, they will get updated as well. And remember, all you need to get is a 70% on a particular unit, and you'll earn all the points for that homework. Okay, it's helpful to go all the way through, but also if you can just get it to 70%, you'll get all the points. So if you're looking at that part of it, if you're already at 70, don't worry about trying to get it any higher. You won't get any more points. You might learn some things, which is great, but just want to make sure you're going after that. Okay, so let me know as you have questions. I'm here for you, and I'll let you get to work. And contact me by email or something especially as you keep studying, maybe tomorrow, and I can help you that way too. Tuesdays and Thursdays. So yeah, this afternoon might help. The one on Thursday probably won't be much help, but if you need a Zoom meeting or something, contact me. My Wednesday, I usually use it for meetings and stuff. I don't have anything planned at this point, so we'll Zoom and we'll get it set. All right, thank you.